Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's Friday. Not that means much to a man of my increasingly advancing years, but hey, it's Friday. Hey, look at that! I made two of you guys admins, and you're both in. Hence, that was a good choice. I thought the fuckers that are always in here, right? The sad bastards that are always in here can be admins because I need to. You know why? I had this out with Charles, right? Because he was rebuking me for banning the one fucking bloke that I've banned from this bastard channel. Because he kept making things up. And most importantly, he was making alts so he could have a go. And that, in my book, is massively taking the piss. So when he started making alts, I thought, right, you're fucking gone home, boy. But now, as if to prove me right, he keeps trolling me and making more alts and turning up every day. It's like, listen, you had 18 months to not be a knobhead. Then you started making shit up. Then you started making constant alts to spam the chat. And now the arsehole keeps rocking up. So I need two administrators to deal with proper... Well, as far as I'm aware, there's only one absolute chopper that comes in my entire channel, which isn't bad considering I've been on the go for 2 years. But, yeah, don't be banning people. The only thing I want moderating is full-blown spamming, probably off the same fucking bloke. That's it. Spamming. So, yeah, well done. You got promoted. You don't have to do anything. Why me? Because you're always here, Sadwings. It's both a gift and a curse. Because you're always in here. You and Kate are like veterans. Probably here more often than most. Slip's always in here, Ragnar, some of them, but I think you two are in here the most. So yeah, have it or don't have it. Fuck it. See if I care. I'll start pinging other people at random if you don't like it. Anyway, good evening everyone. Two-tone, yes, smash the like, do that. Quite a lot in tonight, must be because it's Friday night, eh? You sad bastards. The whole reason I don't do it on Friday night, well, most commonly because I'm usually out on the piss. But secondly, I thought there'd be nobody around Friday night. I thought Friday night, surely the Angry Bootneck's cool as fuck fans are going to be out on the piss, you know, putting it about, schmoozing, going to the fine restaurants and dining, party time, yeah. The women will be getting absolutely rinsed because they're so charming and charismatic, they just cannot physically get enough cock. Yeah, they're just the men unbutton the drawers every time they see them, and the lads are obviously knee deep in clunge everywhere they go. Right? Surely. Apparently not. You sad bastards have proved me wrong. You're sitting in on a Friday night, like me. All right. I haven't really got a leg to stand on there. Yes, Winston. Mostly I am down the boozer. Anyway. Oxbridge Presentaries, there's loads of yous. I mean, I'll do my best, but that's quite a long list now. It's a tradition that can carry on until I get more than about, 200 people turning up for these things. So, Anthony, Jeff, Kirky, Tommy, nice to see you again. Craig, J.R. Hartley, you seem new. Kirky, Kate, you're promoted. Jeff Wedden, Two-Tone, Craig, who else? Deb's Red. Marcus, how are you doing? I don't think I've missed anyone. Ginger Edge Monkey, there's another new one. Trent Uyghur, nearly the one from the Young Turks. I remember him. Zardoz, you're always in, you're a regular. Sadwings, yes, you've been promoted, well done. Zardoz, A-Up, Russell, Sergio, The Sash, Mark McCoy, and anybody else I've missed. Ed Forbes, Lee Evans, not the Cockney comedian. Kev Wright, Slip, Ragnar, Nick, Andy, Chelle Maguire, and everybody else. If I've missed any of you twats, I apologise. Oh yeah, and Stu Flyboy and Tess Darcy have just turned up. Welcome. Origami Pig now then. That doesn't take too long. 128 people, that's not awful. Right, what are we going to do? I didn't really think about it too much. And I can't do too much BBC because I need some BBC for the BBC Spews on Sunday. This shit just makes me feel like the conspiracy theorists have been right all along. I've never really been. I told you guys, the 2 chats I had with Chris Thrall, I was telling him I've never really been a conspiracy theorist, but the last few years, it seems like you do have to face the mirror, don't you, and say, you know what, a strong man faces the mirror and accepts a difficult truth. And the difficult truth is, there's a lot of that shit that's now starting to make sense, right? Even 5 years ago, I was none of it. 9/11, moon landings, fucking Elvis. Never really had any time for it, but now, strange times we're living in. Yeah, Andrew, if you're an early adopter, yeah, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. Looks like I might have been. Things are getting weird. Alex Jones going on about... When I watched Alex Jones on that fucking podcast with Joe Rogan, I was astounded how much it was right. Like, he says insane things about... They have these weird clubs where you have to perform gay sex acts so you can be initiated into it, and then they have some dirt on you. And I'm thinking, that's obviously complete nonsense. And then not everything, but 9 out of 10 things that he said... Joe Rogan gets his little, his gremlin in the background. Google that. Comes up on the screen. 9 times out of 10, he was almost right. He is a bit wacky and he says some wacky stuff, but fucking hell, nowhere near as mad as, a layman like me expected. Like, it is mad. And you read through these stories about fucking... They're just all in lockstep, all the time, constantly. And do you remember that video they all put out there where all the news anchors are basically saying the exact same thing all the time, all around the world? That's what this is like. Like, look at this story. Delay the lockdown. Yep, that's what everyone's been saying. Oh, definitely have to. Oh, we have to. We have to. No, we fucking don't. The elites say we have to. Secondly, same thing, Delta variant. Completely got rid of the word Indian, didn't they? Everyone in lockstep all around the world. Everyone. Nobody calls it the Indian variant anymore. That's politically incorrect. Why are they so tetchy? The Indians aren't tetchy. They're probably still calling it the fucking Indian variant. Again, you never meet an Indian who's an arsehole. I've never met an Indian who's a PC wanker. One of my best friends out in the States, a lad called Jude, born and raised in India, didn't have a bed until he moved to America with his scholarship. Proper, broke-ass poor, working class, sound as fuck. He's the most politically incorrect bloke you'll meet. He's proper conservative. He loves Trump. I'm saying to him, like, whoa, you have to be a little bit moderate. And he's like, fuck it, put landmines on the border. Like, I've never met an Indian who's a proper arsehole about this type of stuff. But middle-class white liberals, oh yeah, they fucking love it. Can't get enough. They're worrying about the Indians, yeah? White man's burden. Don't worry, Mr. Indian, I'll save you from yourself. And the Indians are like, what are you talking about, you daft middle-class arsehole? They're so fucking condescending, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, the Indians won't be calling it the fucking Delta variant. That's a good pun. So yeah, the Delta variant. Everyone's singing off the same, the UK variant. Euro 2020 finally kicks off. Boo 'em, boo 'em, fucking boo 'em. Yeah, I'm starting my own campaign. It's going to be a bit like the NHS one. Clap for the NHS. Mine's the Boo for You campaign. Boo for you. No matter where you are, doesn't matter whether you're in your back garden, your living room, your fucking boozer. Soon as them twats start kneeling, fucking boo. Boo 'em. Easy. Boo for you. It's like the NHS, clap for the NHS, but much, much better and far more popular with the general public. John Martlet, ex-merchant captain, used to fuel the vessels that would take you where you needed to go. Going hippie as I was told. My oldest muncher was a bootneck mucker. 44,542. Yeah. And most of my mates were bootnecks. Well, hello to you, John. Oh shit, on about Chris Thrall. That reminds me, I promised I'd plug his... Yeah, there we go. Chris Thrall's doing an Elite Veterans Commando 9 miler, celebrating 75 years of the Royal Marines Association. Great charity that. Does a lot of work for the Corps. If you're interested, I like speed drinking as opposed to speed marching in my old age. But if you're more interested in athletic pursuits than me, I have found I know this sounds staggeringly arrogant, but I have found that the more of a Mickey Mouse regiment you're in, the more you love doing out of hours activities like this. Like a friend of mine is in the TA, fucking TA. Saturdays and Sundays, the SAS. And he loves it. He fucking loves it. The TA are army barmy. Then if you get some guy in some chicken shit Royal Highland Mess Tin Repair Regiment, they love it as well. They love getting cammed up on a weekend and fucking crawling through the nettles with a dagger in the mouth. Me, Bootneck, 10-year, 5 tours, I really can't be arsed anymore. I feel like I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, you know what I mean? Maybe, I also think the lads who only do the sort of bare minimum, when you get lads who've done like 4 or 5 years, they're a bit core-pissed when they leave as well. But me, I can't be fucked with it. Yeah, no, it's the 9-mile speed march, Ragnar, yeah. It's one of the commando tests. Probably the easiest commando tests. 9-miler, can I be fucked with that? So yeah, I'll share it. I will donate, but I am not going on it. After I got out the Marines, I swore I was never sweating again. I was like, you know what? I've had 10 years of arseholes kicking my door down at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, telling me we have to go and run up a mountain. Yeah, going mountain training in Scotland after you've come off 10 weeks leave. That is fucking hardcore. So I'm really not feeling it anymore. I don't even want to go for a nice gay stroll on the Quantox now. For me now, all that time in the car, my leisure time is pina coladas, sandy beaches, titty bars, pubs, restaurants, city breaks. That's about it. Fuck the desert, fuck the jungle. Possibly walk up a hill for an hour with the dog, as long as there's a pub at the top of it. But that's about as much as I want to do. So, ladies and gents, it is for a worthy cause. It is for a good charity. If you want to help them out, you want to volunteer and go on it, there it is there. Please have a look. All right? Don't start me on them new army recruitment ads. Fucking hell. They won't be happy until them army recruiting ads are like, you know, I joined the army. Rainbow coloured cam cream on his face. I like to shake this ceremonial animal at the enemy to scare them. He picks up, like, you know, one of those miniature pigs that you see spoiled kids in America have got. Picks up a miniature pig, like, with prayer beads on it. This will show you evildoers. Just shoot the cunt. Fuck me. We're living in a crazy times, ladies and gents. Crazy times. I hope those kneeling English twats get knocked out in the first round. Well, I suppose this Englishman agrees with you. Right. Yeah, look at this. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Fucking... The BBC it's like Cosmopolitan. It's like TMZ. It's like some sort of infantile, left-wing cult of personality. They worship globalist politicians, don't they? Like, why have they all got a hard-on for Macron? He's a fucking banker, tax-dodging shithead. But because he goes, oh yeah, LGBTQ plus I, they're all like, oh man, he's the fucking boy in. Like, the general public is so fickle and shallow. It astounds me. They can be fooled with the amount of subterfuge that you could fool a fucking 4-year-old with special needs. Like, they're just thick. The lefties are just thick. It's like distracting a dog. You know when you throw a ball and it looks, and it goes, and then it looks back at you and you're like, and you do it again, it goes, and it never fucking learns. It takes it about 30 goes before it understands. That's what lefties are like. Like, you can go, oh yeah, climate change, yeah, and then you get some twat like Macron who has a climate footprint as big as 10,000 plumbers, yeah, because they only go abroad once a year with their wife and kids. And then he writes some fucking fluff piece about him having a steak and sitting on a fire, around the fire with some bird, and they're like, ooh, he's handsome. It's like, I couldn't give a shit. Justin Trudeau, they love Justin Trudeau. He's all blacked up wearing his fucking Aladdin gear. And then they go, oh yeah, but oh look, here he is doing a handstand in Parliament. Are you seriously? Is there something wrong with your brain? Like, I don't understand how you can be so easily threw off the scent of something interesting. So look at this fluff piece here. This is on the BBC. Politics. Apparently this is a politics story, right? So politics, you're thinking world affairs, the wars abroad, the famine in Yemen, you know, economic ruination, some form of important shit, right? This is what we're getting from the G7. The big seven who really need to sit down and really hash out the big problems of the day, of which there are fucking loads of them. Loads of them. South and Central America, border crisis, war all over the place, kicking off with the Iranians and the Koreans, economies in the doldrums, pandemics. There's all sorts of mad shit going on. Attacks on freedom of speech, personal freedom and liberties is all going down the fucking pan. What have we got? We've got Carrie Johnson's hosting the spouses of world leaders. At 33, she's the youngest of the partners. Ooh, fucking champion. Champion. It is. It's like teen Vogue, isn't it? Teen fucking Vogue. Look, Jill Biden joined Carrie and they went for a dip with Wilfred. I couldn't give a monkey's fart. If Wilfred's running the fucking World Bank, maybe it's relevant, but he isn't. I mean, he might do a better job than the current clueless bunch of twats that are apparently doing it, right? Diane Abbott could do the World Bank better than the current bunch of cunts that apparently are running the show, but Wilfred, unfortunately, doesn't have the role. So why am I reading about that little twat? Why? I like the way they've got him started fucking copying his dad as well. Like, he looks like he just combs his hair with a balloon. It's like he's getting ready to wear the reins of power, isn't he, Wilfred? Because he already looks like the fucking Prime Minister. Who are the spouses? Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Carrie Johnson. Oh, fresh from her nuptials. Wow. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Jill Biden, there we are. Joe Biden's carer. Holy shit. Jill Biden, at 70, the US First Lady has got 9 times as many brain cells as her fuck-witted presidential leader husband. And this crap. If the environment is Carrie Johnson's passion, the education is Jill Biden's. Yeah, but we didn't vote for you, Jill. We didn't vote for you. And we didn't vote for you, Carrie. You fucking yo-yo knickered Jezebel. We don't care what you have to say. Chomper. I don't like Carrie. The teeth on her as well. Christ. Can you imagine shagging that? Fucking looks like Esther Ranson if they sort of de-aged her. Absolute horse face. So Jill, I don't care what you... Jill, I don't care what you want to do. Jill, nobody voted for you. What are you doing there? The only thing you should be doing is smoking the president every now and then. And even that's sort of disgusting. I mean, you might be married, but you're in your pensioners, for Christ's sake. As far as I'm concerned, pensioners really shouldn't be doing it anymore. You know, I reckon you get to 50 and you just pack in. So I've only got 9 years of shagging left. I used to joke and say you should stop shagging at 40. And my missus took a lot of pleasure in telling me as I was approaching 40. Hey, you've only got 3 months left. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. But it's really sort of disturbing to read about these people. Look, there's Bridget Macron. Fucking hell. There is Zelda. Like, have you seen how old his fucking missus is? And look at the clip of her. All these rich and famous women. And they've had so much fucking work done. It's actually quite unbelieving. She's done more work than a Baghdad bricklayer, but not on a wall, on a fucking head. It looks like someone sort of, like she paid a particularly burly plastic surgeon to sort of grab her by the back of the head, pull it in as tight as he possibly could, twist it, and then put a fucking bulldog clip on it, like honk, and just sort of hold it in place. So she's just got a fucking, like Bilbo Baggins said, too much butter spread on too much bread. That's fucking Macron's missus. Too much face spread on too much head. That is burly plastic surgeon kneeled on your spinal column and stuck a bulldog clip on the back of your fucking napper. So yeah, she's been replastered. Ed like a plasterer's radio, and then they fucking buckled it back. Too much face on too much head. Now what was it? Anyway, fuck it. It was a good one when I first said it. Well, we can leave it there. Sophie Trudeau. I don't care about these fucking people. We didn't vote for any of them. Sophie, she hit the headlines for what? Well, she got fucking coronavirus. And she had bulimia. Oh, well, she's someone we should all look up to as well. Like, everyone's a sexual deviant, pill-popping, addict, fucking degenerate shitbag. If all of these people weren't in politics, there would seriously be, what, burglars? Like, they're always just the worst people ever. Sophie Trudeau, bulimic, staggeringly shallow, vain, narcissistic, short-sighted, self-serving slut bucket. Sophie Trudeau. That'd be much better. I could have wrote that piece. Just put all those words together. Done. Self-serving slut bucket. Sophie Trudeau. Like many women of French ancestry, she's got a minge like a gutted fireplace. She leaves a snail trail everywhere she walks, 'cause she fucking sloshes like a good 'un. Nobody cares, Sophie. We didn't vote for you. Although, to be honest, he's the worst of the lot, isn't he? If I had to pick one person out of that fucking wall of villainy that is the worst of the worst, it is Justin Trudeau. Blackface Trudeau. Son of Castro, right? There's another conspiracy theory. You see the way he looks, and then you see the way he acts, and you go, fucking hell, maybe they're onto something. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe Mr. Castro rinsed Mrs. Trudeau. Maybe he did. Mariko Suga. All right, well, let's learn about the Japanese Prime Minister's wife. Why? Maria Sepulveda. Why? Why? Oh, here we are. Joe Shimsawa. Fucking hell. Now, there is some man there. Can we just have a round of applause for him? There is a man with a backbone. He's got a spinal column like a fucking shin bone. That man has nerves of steel. He would march into a wall of flame, that bloke, because he puts his cock in that howling fucking creature on his arm. I'll tell you what, I can't argue with that. Nerves of steel. If I had to follow a man into combat, it would be him. Any man who can tame that fucking dragon, yeah, who can harpoon that whale, deserves serious credit. He's got balls like coconuts. Joking? Well done. Well done. I salute you, you hard bastard. It must be honking. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going down on her? It'd be like putting your tongue on a fucking 9-volt battery. Right? Not happening. He must have to wear like vulcanized rubber Wellington boots when he's in bed, just so he can muff his little fat missus out. Honking. Anyway, so well done, Joachim. You out of all of them deserve some credit. So there you go. What a lot of shit. That was what, 20 minutes taking the piss out of people. You don't come here for high quality content. Let's just be honest. It's puerile. What's this? The neo-Nazi given away by his rainbow sheets. The neo-Nazi exposed by the BBC. Even this is quite funny, right? Because if you were to look at the casualty statistics in the UK from the last 20 years, right? Not many. I don't know who can give me a statistic. But I reckon the victims of neo-Nazis in the UK is probably in single figures, right? Even if you err on the side of caution and you give them the easy ones, like, let's just say Joe Cox was murdered by a full-blown neo-Nazi, rather than what it looks like, a mentally ill fucking Fruit Loop, who didn't know whether he was coming or going. So, even if you give them that, and the one who ran them people down outside a mosque, because he watched the BBC drama. Again, probably not a neo-Nazi, probably driven mad by reading about the fact that 500,000 little girls got tortured and raped. Maybe we should look at things like that for being a root cause, yeah? But even if you give them all of them, the ones that are on the fence, I don't think our deaths by neo-Nazis will be in double figures in the UK. We are just a sensible, logical, middle-of-the-road country that likes order and rules. We don't do Nazism. We don't have a resurgent far-right. We don't. They might want to call Boris Johnson far-right to make their argument look cognizant and logical, but it isn't. We don't have a resurgent far-right. The actual far-right parties in Britain get less than 1% of the vote. It's just a fact. Obviously, no aspect of me at all has any time for Nazis. I'm a fucking British veteran. Don't have any time for Nazi, white nationalist fucking lunatics because I'm all about ideology. I like people that agree with me. I don't care what they look like or what they put the cock in. But let's just be objective. Probably less than 10 in a decade. Casualties. Has the BBC ever boasted about or managed to expose a single fucking terrorist from a different ideological persuasion? Right? I don't like to say the I-bomb or the M-bomb, so don't be repeating it in the chat either. I've noticed you fuckers do that, right? Like you're trying to help me get banned by my nemesis. But, seriously, has the BBC ever... Now, there is one particular ideology where the casualties are at least in 3 figures. We've had the London bombing, 7/7, Manchester, London Bridge stabbing, we had the Fishergate market. We have had all kinds of trouble with one particular ideology. Has the BBC ever done anything about that? Do the BBC care about that? You decide. This is like the French who have had even worse than us. Charlie Hebdo, Nice truck attack. The fucking list goes on and on and on and on. Beheaded priests, children killed, fucking butchery. Thousands of them. And what are they going to say about us? Oh, you know what's the biggest danger? The far right. Well, hey, I've got no time for the far right. But I've never read about any of them blowing any little kids up. Why are we worrying about that? If we have to do a threat assessment, right, risk assessment, one ideology's at the top there and one's quite far down it. Just look at the fucking casualty statistics. Who should be at the top? Who should be at the bottom? Like I said, it's like being on the fucking Titanic. 20,000 gallons a second are pissing in through the side of the fucking ship and you're sat there in the fucking restaurant going, ooh, this fork's a bit dirty. I might catch E. coli. Yeah, maybe worry about the big fuck-off problem right in front of your face. Maybe. Terry Fuckwit. Maybe. It's the Reds. It is the Reds. In fact, by definition, if you really think about it, I've discussed this before, that particular ideology that's been responsible for thousands of deaths of women and children in Europe in the last decade is far-right, by definition. By definition, a full-blown religious true believer suicide bomber is far-right. It is an extremely conservative, factually conservative, far-right ideology. And simply because the people that practice it happen to have a little bit of a tan, they don't want to talk about it. It's fucking mind-blowing. That's what I mean. It's not about identity politics. It's about logic. My logic gland's going to melt. You can reel them off. You can get vast epic tomes written by some of the greatest scholars and political minds in the world that can tell you the problem. The ideological pathways between devout religious belief and flying a plane into a building. You can have ideological chains, cultural chains, the whole attitude towards non-believers, the LGBT community, women, all of these things that are demonstrably, aggressively dangerous, violent and far right. And then on the other side of the coin, the corollary argument is, yeah, but most of them have a tan. I mean, some of them are gingers. You can't convert into a race. Some of them are gingers. It's just a thought process. It's just an ideology. But because the majority of them happen to look a bit different to me, they go, see all that evidence? Boom. Let's talk about the neo-Nazis, shall we? I mean, it really is. That's what it is. It's on the Titanic, fucking things sinking, and you're like, ooh, there's a bar of soap left out there. Somebody might slip on it. You're gonna drown, you silly twat. Switch on. It's mental. It's radio rental, right? Fucking hell, it's 8 o'clock already. I want to go to the gym and it's getting late. I'll tell you what, I'll do one more shitty story, shall I? What should we talk about? Calls to delay lockdown? Not happening. The BBC. Yeah, there's your bog standard England fans. Yeah. Definitely didn't cultivate the images for that. They all fucking look like that. Yeah, of course they do. There he is, the little fucking fat jellyfish. I hate that. I do hate Boris Johnson. Almost as much as Macron, but not quite. That smug, smarmy French git really does need a slap. If any world leader ever needed a slap, it was fucking Macron. Hopefully that protester slapped some sense into him. Parkrun events could return. Fucking you're running in a park. Don't we know that being outside's the best thing you can do for fucking during a pandemic? Them open air hospitals they had in Boston, that shit's like a century old, that data. Why are we still acting like everything's a fucking surprise? Oh, 4 Lions, Russell, wouldn't even get made nowadays. Would not get made. Couldn't even get away with it. Total deaths, 127,000. I think we know it's about half that, right? It's about half that. It's about half that. And of that 127,000, 123,000 were critically fucked anyway. That's the medical term, by the way. Critically fucked. Yeah, like George Clooney. This man's critically fucked. Yeah, that's what they were. 2 or more comorbidities for most of them. People with terminal cancer over the age of 80. So fucking fat they need to be winched out of the house by the fire department. Documentary fat. Yeah? Documentary fat. And they go, ooh, COVID killed them. The fucking arteries are full of mayonnaise. What do you mean coronavirus killed them? When that fat fucker cuts his self-shaving, marshmallow foam comes out. It wasn't the coronavirus that killed him, you barmy bastard. It was having a heart encased in the batter that you find around Findus crispy pancakes. That's what killed him. Not the coronavirus. Fuck me. Seriously, if they put us into fucking lockdown, I'm going to go apeshit. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I say that, I'm probably just going to binge drink and whinge on the internet. But I'm too old for going mental. There's a reason most suicide bombers are between the age of about 15 and 35. Yeah? I'm sorry, lads, I'm out of the fighting age male range group now. I don't have the passion. I didn't have the passion. It's just not in me. Can't do it. I can't get that anger anymore. I turn this on and off like a tap to, be humorous on the internet. But I haven't really got it in me to go mental. I wish I did, but I don't. They do not have the right to lock us in the house again. They never had the right. They change the laws on a whim and go, there you go, it's legal. But it's not moral, it's not just, and really it's not legal. It's not. Just because you use slippery language and change laws that are meant to be ancient and fucking you tinker with at the very last resort in a very tiny way. These motherfuckers, like I said, Blair was the worst. Things that took us centuries and centuries of tinkering and tweaking and they just fucking bin it. It's criminal. It's criminal what they've done. It is criminal what they are doing. They don't have the right to do it. Do not give them your fucking permission. Do what I do, just whinge. Whinge, whinge, whinge. It might not do too much, but at least it's public whinging for all the world to see. Fuck them. Fuck them. Anyway, I'm done. I'm out. I'm going to go to the gym before it gets too late. That's very healthy for a Friday because I'm going to go and get absolutely shit-faced with some friends of mine in Manchester tomorrow. All right? Guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, click on them links. Buy me a beer if you're not a tight bastard. I need it. Reading the BBC 7 days a week. Holy fucking shit. I'm surprised I haven't got 4.2% ABV blood. It's just staggering. Anyway, everybody, I am off to Manchester tomorrow. I won't be around until Sunday morning for the BBC Spews. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Kate, Sad Wings, great job, yeah? Bang on. Take a chuck up from me. That was a marvellous first effort at administrating. I didn't see a single arsehole in the chat. Take a chuck up from me. All right? I salute you all. Good evening.